C-12 Final Resistance was released on the PlayStation 1 back in April of 2001 when I was the happy little age of 13, when I thought the biggest problems in life were the girl that didn't love me back. Damn that. And also the homework that I obviously definitely did do. I 100% did do it. Now, C-12 Final Resistance is a third-person shooter, single-player game, and one that has always stuck with me ever since I played it on a demo disc. It takes place in a futuristic setting as aliens have invaded because they want to harvest all of the carbon resources on Earth, hence C-12. And you take control of Lieutenant Riley Vaughn, and you're a cybernetic super soldier, and basically you go out and collect all manner of different weapons and keys to make your way through different levels. Now, this game is one that, for those who did grow up in the 90s, who played games on demo discs, it just had great music, a great atmosphere, and I thought the gameplay was ace. You could crouch down and take cover. The gunplay felt really good. You've got a really cool sort of curved blade gizmo that you can use to chop up the enemies with, and overall the game just had a lot of style, and is one that, to be honest, isn't that expensive if you want to pick up the physical actual copy of it. I gave up retro game collecting a long time ago because there's no point with a lot of the games that I would like to play and collect because they're too damn expensive, and I do it for the love of playing video games, not for monetary reasons, which is really bizarre. I think all games deserve to be played, and being locked off by horrendous price tags. We are looking at you, Castlevania Symphony of the Night. It's just horrific, but I think C-12 is not that expensive at all in the slightest. However, you could always emulate it, which is maybe or maybe not what I did. You never know. Now, there are several levels where you'll get to rescue hostages. There are some where you have to get through stealthily. Now, obviously the stealth isn't great because it is an older style game and they hadn't really nailed down the stealth. Metal Gear Solid nailed down the stealth, but a lot of other games didn't really get that right. There is usually no indication on levels where to get keys, so sometimes you will have to backtrack, you may get lost, you may miss something, but that is the joy of the retro games. And I always thought the game had really cool cutscenes with buildings being dropped, and when you look back on it, PlayStation 1, a lot of games did not age that well, and the C-12 is basically on the fence. It definitely does look like a retro game, but at the same time, I personally think the game has a lot of style, and that enough for me with the gameplay makes it worth playing through at least once, just to get the gist. But I've always kept going back to C-12. This is a game that I've always had a pull towards. I still remember finding it in a gaming shop called Game here in the UK. I think it's the GameStop equivalent to America, and getting quite excited by finally finding it. I think I found it in 2002, 2003, and it was cheap, and I had some money, and I bought it. And I remember specifically that day because me and a friend of mine, we both picked up a couple of games, and we were at my house taking it in turns on our new games on my PlayStation, and then I got invited to a party. I didn't really want to go to the party, but ended up going anyway, but took my copy of C-12 Final Resistance with me and was playing C-12 Final Resistance at this house party, which, there was all this stuff going on in the background, and I'll be honest, looking back on it now, that was probably a little rude of me, but I'm a hardcore gamer. I'm not overly sociable, I don't go out all that often, and I wanted to play my game, goddammit. But yeah, if you're thinking of collecting for PS1, C-12, I hope you'll put on your list to pick up. It's a really cool game. Obviously seen here from the gameplay. It's nothing genre breaking, it's nothing stupendous and oh my god amazing. It's not, it's quite on low key, but it's a damn good game. But let me know in the comments down below if this is a game you have played or heard of, or if you have, please let me know any stories you have about it in the comments, and thank you for watching.